Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rebuilding Sunderland. Welcome back to the Sunderland Road To Glory. My name's Webby. If you are new to the series, to the say, please leave a like down below. A subscribe and a comment would help me out massively as well. So we've done it. We're in the Premier League. We've got a busy summer transfer window to take you through. Let's crack on with the episode. So this summer has been hard, you guys. It really has. I did think 45 million to spend. It doesn't go very far, especially when you consider that our wages were so low, or are so low still. We're spent out, so let's take a look at what we've been doing. I'll get rid of my face as we go into this screen here. So let's go to the transfers and take a look at the transfer history. And because it happened at the end of the season, transfers happen at the end of the season, we'll take you through what we did. So you can see we kicked things off. We brought in Jack Stevens from Southampton, 950k for this guy. I think he's going to be all right. He's not like a world beater or anything like that. He's just somebody solid, reliable, good mentals, decent technicals and physicals to him. As I say, I don't think he's going to be a world beater or anything like that. I'd be surprised if he plays more than 10 games in the season, but he's a good option to have, and that was a bit of a bargain, I think, at 950k. Ronan came in. I felt we needed this area, this central midfield and attacking midfield area, if we decide to use that tactic. Definitely needed some love this summer. Well, all over the pitch really did, because as I say, we were so reliant on our loan signings last season. We had 4 or 5, high quality loans last season, so there were massive holes in our squad. I think Ronan is a good pickup. 1.2, already valued at 3.2 million there. As I say, I don't think he's going to set the world alight in the Premier League, but he's just going to be good. I like him because he can play Mazzala, which is a role I'm playing in my new tactic, or attacking midfield there. So useful player to have. Moving on, we got in the left back that I wanted, the lad that I wanted. Really good player, Borno Sosa. He was a proper wonder kid 2 or 3 FMs back, I think, and last FM he was really good as well. Just a solid, consistent performer, excellent physicals, pace and acceleration, good crossing, good dribbling, first touch, technique, tackling, everything you want really in a left back. I think he's quite dynamic as well from what I've been watching, so really pleased to pick up Borno Sosa there. Perhaps we overpaid a little for him, but I don't think so. Like I say, I had to really be very tight with our budgets when we aren't going after players, because the last thing I wanted to do was spend like 5-10 million on a player and eat up all of our budgets with that. So we needed to be really careful. Now, the other thing that I found this summer was the sheer amount of players who were released by their clubs or who were put on the transfer list was absolutely bonkers. Like, I'd be very surprised if anybody couldn't build a Premier League ready side with the amount of good quality frees and listed players there were. I think it's because some big clubs like Aston Villa and I think West Ham went down. Let's have a look at the table. Was it West Ham? Competitions, I can't remember. Anyway, big clubs went down, and some big clubs were still stuck in the Championship. So they put loads and loads of players on the transfer market. It really was shocking, like I say, how many players were available, and still are, by the way, available for really good prices too. So I was more than happy. I was absolutely delighted to bring in. That's last season, to bring in Nick Pope as our goalie. Can you believe it there, guys? Look, Nick Pope, England international, of course, 30 years old, came in from Burnley for 4.8 million. That is a bargain. 30 years old is nothing really for a goalie, and he can be our main goalie for 2 or 3 seasons at least as we build and establish ourselves in the Premier League. And alongside Jack Butland, I am absolutely delighted with our goalie now. I've really made a weakness, I think, into a strength. There was also McCarthy available on a free as well, which is just bonkers if you think about it, really. Moving on, we got a prospect in, one of our prospects. I'm really pleased with this lad. I've read some good things about him. Sometimes I think he's one of those players with, variable potential ability. Sometimes he can just get incredible. Most times he's just a good solid player. I think he's a good solid player. We needed more cover in that central area. Really pleased to announce Flynn Downs coming from Ipswich for 3.4 million. More cover in that area. So you can see the sort of calibre of player that I'm bringing in. No actual sort of superstars, barring maybe Nick Pope, but no actual sort of superstars, just really solid, I think anyway, players for us. Moving on, Fausto. So moving on here, one of my favourite signings of the summer. Really pleased with this guy. Fausto Vera, he was one of my favourite transfers to make last FM. He was a proper wonder kid on all the wonder kid shopping lists back then. He's still, in my opinion, as good as he ever was. Current ability 3.5 star, potential ability 4.5. Just a really cracking player. He's going to be playing a lot for us. 22 years old. So lots of resale value on there. Already valuation 4.2 million. Mentals brilliant, absolutely brilliant on Fausto Vera. He is my favourite signing, I think, of the summer so far. Brilliant technicals and decent enough physicals as well to him. I'm absolutely delighted that Fausto decided to join us here. Harry Cochrane was a bit of a punt to nothing, a freebie pickup. Where did he come from? He came from Hearts. I'm trying to establish sort of a link with Scotland. I think that's a really good idea for us, given where we are geographically, I think you can pick up some good Scottish youngsters as the league progresses. So now we're coming into the this part of the season, the new part of the season, really, and this part was a real. It was a struggle, I'll be honest. I was running out of money, and just so many players that I had on trial and who I really wanted, like Patrick Roberts, for instance. I had my high hopes of him. Shea Ojo as well, had high hopes of him signing. They just ended up going elsewhere to like Borough and teams like that. So I was really disappointed, feeling a bit down, but we pressed on, and I'm quite happy with what we've done so far. So we took a look at Harry Cochrane, another freebie. See what I mean about the clubs like Man City, Liverpool, all releasing their youngsters. It really was incredible, the calibre that came through. So Mika Hamilton is going to fill out in the reserves for a little while and build up some value. I think he's got a lot of upsell value to him, this lad, Mika Hamilton there. Liam Miller from Liverpool again. I think he's a wonderful player. I think he's actually going to play in the first team. Canadian lad, I think he's really good. Valuation 6.575 million. Picked up on a free. He's got good acceleration, good pace, good mentals, good cover for Green. And considering we weren't able to get as many loans in as we did last time, I think that's brilliant value. Leighton Stewart, I think he's tremendous. I really do think he's got the potential to be one of my favourite signings of the summer, alongside Vera there. He's one of those interesting strikers who's much better at the pressing forward or deep laying striker sort of position. I think he's not really an advanced playmaker or an advanced forward or a poacher at all, but he's got really good physicals, great mentals for his age, and we can work on those technicals. I've seen him in other people's saves in other series just be absolutely brilliant and worth 70-80 million pounds. Pressing on, Ben Wood. You can see we did a lot of rebuilding, didn't we? Ben Woodburn came in again from Liverpool under 21s. They were just releasing players left, right, and centre. So we snaffled up Ben Woodburn on a free. Really useful player, this lad to have. Can play any position along the front here. Only 22 years old, picked up on a free, valued at 6.5 million. So you can see I was looking for value in the market, which I think I've achieved, and resale value as well, which I think I've certainly achieved with this. So we continue to push on with our transfers. There were an awful lot of them, and I think a lot of these are going to be first teamers as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they bed in as the Premier League progresses. Batella used to be a wonder kid last FM. He was another one of these Italian centre-back wonder kids. I think he's still tremendous. I still think he's going to be really, really good. And alongside Armini there, if he does manage to stake a claim for a spot, I think he could be absolutely brilliant for us. I really, really do. Heading, marking, tackling. He's a little bit on the small side, I think, for a defender, but I just think he's really, really good. And like I say, alongside Armini, I'm expecting good things for David Batella. He came in for £3.2 million. Demarco, Wright, Phillips, another right winger from Man City youth, picked him up on a free again, just better than what we had in our youth. So going to develop him and then hopefully sell him for profit later on down the line. Valerie, again, I was shocked when this guy was on the transfer market. There are so many players, like I say, on the transfer market at the moment. It really is a bit bonkers. I've never seen the likes of that happen in any save. I wonder if Brexit and the COVID in the first season have taken an issue with that, but it's just bonkers the amount of brilliant players that were on the available for transfer. So Valerie, 3 million, can't really complain. I think it's a solid pickup, and like I say, he will be playing at right back for us and rotating with Costanza. He might be one of those injury prone sort of players, though. I think maybe. Moving on, we picked up Timothy Fosu-Mensah. See what I mean? Fosu-Mensah has come in for us, 6.5 million. Bit of a bargain, this guy. I've seen him in some saves just be brilliant, utterly brilliant. I might be tempted to play him here. I think this might be his best position, looking at it, but he's quite versatile. He can play centre-back or right-back, or indeed central midfield here. I think he's just a good pickup there, and I think he has got a lot of resale value. I could see us selling this lad on for 20 odd million. So moving on here, we picked up Louis Longstaff again on a free, just a little bit of a punt to nothing again from Liverpool. I think that one was. Reece Oxford was interesting. I ummed a little bit about this one. I'm still not 100% sure. I think he's good. He's gonna offer competition for the central defensive midfielder, central defender rather, roles. Again, quite a versatile kind of player. I like his mentals. I like his technicals. I remember when he was a proper wonder kid, like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 FMs ago. He's been in Germany. He was one of those raft of English kids who went over, or British kids who went over to Germany. I suspect they were trying to get profit on resale on them, and I suspect that's still to come with a lot of them. But we picked him up for 2.8 million. Again, I'm pleased with that. I think it was a good deal. Xavier Simmons came in on a free from Chelsea. That one was, and then we did pull the trigger on our 2 loan signings. You can have a maximum of 2 in the Premier League. I think it was essential that we get these players in. I really, really did. I think we would have been pretty doomed without them. We got in Harvey White. I think he was tremendous for us last season. Curtis Jones was unavailable, otherwise I would have certainly gone for him. But we picked up Harvey White here to play probably this role, or maybe a little bit further forward in there. And then I am doubly delighted. Adam Ida comes in to probably polish off the squad. So you can see here, we still got a couple of million left in the kitty here. A little bit of wiggle room in our wages. There are some tremendous players available on the transfer market. If you just have a look at the transfer status listed, and some frees as well that I could certainly look into. But look, Pogba listed, Depay, Tolioso, Asensio. I mean, these are all way out of our price range, but it looks like clubs are just shelling out their players. Lewis Cook, I used to love picking up in previous FMs. Harry Winks there. Daniel James is a player I want, but all those are obviously too expensive. Very, very unfortunate that we couldn't. I put a bid in for Harry Wilson. I still want him. I might go back to get him again, but I'd have to have really highly structured payments. He's listed for 12 million. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick him up. And who else are we looking at? Chowdhury here, Jamal Lewis, but he's at Newcastle, obviously, and we don't have good relations with them. Akpom, you can see, so there are so many. It really is incredible. Haidara, Mukele, so many incredible good players on the market, and it's just, as I say, we've run out of money. Otherwise, I'd be in for a lot of those players, believe you me. So I took a look into our tactics over the summer as well. I really didn't think the 4-2-4 that we were using in the Championship would cut it in the Premier League. I thought we'd be found out and quickly put in our place. So I've developed 3 tactics. This is the one I think we're most likely to play, with 2 inside forwards and a pressing forward up there. This is Webby Ball 1. The personnel might not be the same in there. This is Webby Ball 2 with an attacking midfielder, fairly similar though in setup and wing backs there. And then Webby Ball 3 is this one here, a standard kind of 4-4-2. We've also made a bid, by the way, for Mauricio Pochettino, who's due to join us, I think, this week. Another sort of pickup. I think he's going to play for us, this lad, by the way, perhaps even in the first team. So if we have a look at our squad depth here, I think we're going to be all right. I do fear relegation. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But I think we've done just about enough to stay up in this division. I mean, time will obviously tell as we progress through the season. If you look at our squad depth here, Adam Ida and Jones up top, I'm happy with that. Then we've got Miller, who can play there, Woodburn, who can play there, and then Stewart. Green, Miller, and then Woodburn over on the left here, I think. Again, Green, so it was important that we got Green on a new contract. He's going to be an important player for us, I think, this season. Ricky Jade can play over on the left. I'm most happy with our central midfield now. I think we're really strong in that area. Harvey White, Raheem Harper, who's improved, by the way, over the summer. I think he's going to be good for us this season. Fausto Vera and Flynn Downs. And then again, good defensive midfield cover. Left back, we've got Sosa and Calder Silva. Right back, we got Fosu-Mensah is the best right back. Isn't that interesting? And then Valerie, and then Fernando Costanza as well. Armini, and it seems to prefer Nati, the AI, but I quite like Betella in there myself. But we will see as we progress. And then in goal, Nick Pope. I just think I was sort of incredulous, is the word I'm looking for, when I was able to get Nick Pope for so cheap. And he's not exactly on a huge wages either. I mean, 28.5k for a former England international isn't that much to pay if you think about it. So having a look at our schedule list here in the Premier League, here we go. This is the first season in the Premier League. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be tricky, going to be an uphill battle, I feel, but I think we've done enough, and I might be able to bring in a couple more over the next week or so before the transfer deadline shuts. Arsenal is going to be the first game that we do this season. There's going to be one game this episode because the transfer window went on a little bit long there. So, 2 bits of news before we get to the Arsenal match. I'm really nervous about this match, by the way, guys. I don't want to get absolutely destroyed by Arsenal, but it could happen, couldn't it? Torino have gone in and got Wilson on loan, which is a big shame because I actually really did want to try and bring him in. And Pochettino failed his work permit application. So that could be what's causing all these players to go on the transfer market and all being released. Although having said that, all the players I picked up didn't require their work permit. So it seems a little bit strange to me. It really does. But let's get to the Arsenal game. And let's do this thing. So team selection, we'll do a little quick pick, see what the quick pick has to say. I'm going to use Fausto Vera in defensive midfield here. Yeah, Jones can play as inside forward on the right, and I think for the time being it might be best if we do just that. So let's train him as inside forward in attack. His attributes are going down, but that's probably because it's been the off-season. Let's see. Let's have a think here. Who else do we want on the bench? Ben Woodburn, Fosu-Mensah's on the bench, Butland's on the bench, Jack Stevens. I think I'm going to have Batella on the bench here. And I don't think I'm going to play Batella. Yeah, Narty, I'm not 100% convinced about Narty against Arsenal here, but I think we're going to have to do that, aren't we? I'll sort out the squad. You know, he's training in the under-23s later on. Let's just submit this team and get to the game itself. Ooh, so I am absolutely petrified about this game here. I just don't want. I don't mind us losing, but I just don't want us to get absolutely annihilated off the pitch, and I could see that happening, to be fair. Let's get on with it then. First game of the Premier League season. Looking forward to this. Like I say, I mean, we've got 2 or 3 million left in the bank. We could be looking for other players in the transfer market if there's others available. Well, so far so good. It's not 2-0 or 3-0 already to Arsenal, is it? Let's Vertut with a corner, and that's a penalty. So we've already conceded a penalty, I think. Checking VAR, penalty review. I've never seen these not given. Penalty awarded according to the VAR there. So like I say, we expect to lose against Arsenal. We're not targeting these at all. And Vertut, these kind of games at all. You've got to target the teams around you. You know, there are always going to be 2 or 3 teams who are worse than you, I hope, at least, in this division. And don't forget, it's a brand new team. With brand new tactics in a brand new league, so it is going to take a while to kick off here. Liverpool already 4-0 up, as you can see. Goodness me, Sheffield United are getting hammered there, but I'm happy with only 1-0 to Arsenal in the first half. I really am. That's actually really good going for us. So I'm just going to say, I know we're the underdogs here. Let's give the fans something to cheer about here, and we'll be able to make some changes in a little while. We've not had an attack though, which is a little bit concerning. Ida tries to close down. Well closed down, Adam. Yeah, I don't like this. They are playing all around us. Maitland-Niles back to Vertut, who I understand is another wonder kid. This FM, and Mendes again. Nuno Mendes 2-0 to Arsenal. Just a bit too easy the way they cut us open there. But even if we go down this season, I think I'm going to keep my job, to be perfectly honest, and I think that we could come straight back up. Remember, we've done back-to-back promotions, and it's always so hard when your squad is in balance with a load of loans, which we had here. Sosa's got a yellow, so we're going to bring on De Silva. Downs has got a yellow, but I'd like to keep him around. Let's bring Liam Miller on for green. Here, confirm that sub, or confirm those subs, and we'll give some encouragement to the lads. Encourage the entire team. Everybody looks happy with that. Costanza, finally, a bit of attacking play for us. Downs, Vera, Jones. I do want a right winger, I really do. That's a number 1 priority if I can get one before the summer window shuts. Vera, Armini, that was a poor pass to him. Lacazette's going to be a goal. Oh, well saved, Nick Pope there. I think we're going to become very, very reliant on Nick Pope through the season. A lot of Premier League experience, of course. Something we seem to be a little bit lacking in the rest of the squad. Fernandez. They're so good. Guys, I've got a bad feeling about this season. I wonder if I did right. I wonder if I did the right business. Maybe I should have just got 2 or 3 amazing players. Good save, Nick Pope there. But I did my best. I really did. But it's always so hard when you go up and you've done back to back. Remember, we were in the first division, and we went straight through the league. Harper and Downs. So I'm going to bring Downs off because he's on a yellow, I think. Fosu-Mensah, Dobson can come on here. Confirm that sub. So we have got strength and depth. It's not as if I'm worried particularly about bringing any of our players on, in the matches. I'm just more worried about whether or not we can, because form is such a big thing and morale is such a big thing in Football Manager. Oh, that was close. That was Jones. That you can get on a sort of death spiral basically, and if you start losing a couple and get really hammered, it can cause you to snowball and really start losing big, which we don't want early in the season especially. I'm happy with 2-0 to Arsenal though. If I'm brutally honest, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, if I'm really honest, I was expecting more for Arsenal. Oh dear, there's a injury for Harper there. I don't think we can bring on another sub. No, that is a shame. Let's bring Vera in there. Confirm the changes. And we are playing sort of a positive system as well, because that's just the way I like to play. I don't like to go negative for any reason, really. Go to the dressing room. Unlucky boys, it would have been nice to win out there, but it wasn't to be. I'm not going to get mad at the squad. We are a very young squad. Now, I don't think we've got too many players over 24. So we've got a lot of resale value to this squad, which is what I was after. So it goes from bad to worse, doesn't it? Raheem Harper is out for 3 to 4 weeks there with that knock that he picked up at the end of the match. What a shame that is, because I think Harper was looking good in pre-season, and Jones's play is getting better at playing at right winger, which is good news. So there we have it, everybody. I didn't expect us to win that one against Arsenal, but 2-0's not too bad, is it? And just let me know down below what you think of my summer transfer window so far, whether or not you've signed any of the players, same players that I have on your saves, and how they did for you. In the meantime, have a lovely rest of the day, and thank you very much for watching, everyone.